Hi! I guess if you're seeing this, then I made it. So, let's meet a queen. I'm Lexi Lamour. I came up with my drag name because I had a friend in high school whose name was Lexi. She was a professional dancer, and whenever she was on stage, you just couldn't take your eyes off of her. So, when I started performing, I wanted to emulate that. So, I stole her name. And then I was really obsessed with French culture for a while. So I slapped Lamour at the end of that, said, let's add this hoe-ass French name. Lexi Lamour. I have this all written down, so I'm prompted, not gonna lie. What's your best feature? Not that I think it's perfect, because I know I still have things to learn. But I would say my mug. If you go back and look at pictures from when I very first tried to do drag, drastic improvement. Who are your drag inspirations? I'm not going to go cliche and list famous people. I live in Houston and we have a very big drag scene here, and my biggest inspiration right now is Chloe Knox. You may have heard of her. Her promo pics get featured on Wow, Report, and Drag Out and stuff sometimes. If you haven't heard of her, highly recommend you look her up, because I wish I could do the things that she does. One fashion collection of any designer of any year. Again, I'm not going to do super famous. There is a local designer here. His name is Jonathan Blake, and he designs high-end. Look at me. I'm looking like this talking about high-end. He designs high-end gowns and dresses, and his last spring collection was really pastel-y and flowy and airy. Really loved it. What animal would you be? Something at the bottom of the ocean where I don't have to fuck with anybody. No, but my favorite animal is a giraffe, so guess I wish I could be a giraffe. Favorite color? Green. You will never know, because you would never know, because I don't wear green. Even as Tyler, my alter ego, I don't wear green, and I hardly own anything green, so you can't help who you love. How long have you been doing drag? Difficult question. When I first got out of high school, I graduated in 2010. That'll tell you how old I am. I was in nursing school. Fun fact, I am not just dressed like a hoe-ass nurse in real life. I'm for real a nurse, like a legit nurse. But when I first graduated high school, I was in college, I was in nursing school, so I was very busy. So I would do like a talent night on a Friday and then not perform for months, and then just randomly do a talent night on a Friday and then not perform for months. And then I just quit trying. And at the time I was wearing like Walmart makeup and clothes. But now that I've got my degrees, my life's together, I'm established in my career, I'm kind of settled. I don't have a husband. Back in August, I participated, or I mean, it went on for a few months, but I was part of Desi's drag race, which, if you know Slayer, if you know like Orlando Drag Race Live, so Desi's drag race here in Houston is like that. It's like the big drag race here in Houston. So I did that, and I got really serious about drag again. So if you want to talk about, again, for the first time, so if you want to talk about like seriously doing drag, putting forth effort, 6 months. Any hidden talents? If you're drunk, I'll start an IV on you and hook you up to some fluids for hydration. Favorite past TDR challenge? I have followed TDR for a long time, and the few cycles that I were at the beginning that I wasn't following, I went back and creeped. And it's hard to pick one challenge because there's been hundreds of challenges, but the one that always sticks in my mind is Cycle 2's Hunger Game challenge. I think that would have been fun to do. Favorite past TDR contestant? Lamour, Contraire, hands down. I love her. I think she deserves all the praise, all the props, all the everything, regardless of what people say or think. Sorry about it. I think I loved what she did in Cycle 7. I loved what she did with Cycle 8. I think she's been the most successful winner so far. And let me say I'm only saying that because we don't know what Lila and Gluttony are going to do with Cycle 9 yet. So they might be my favorite at the end of this. But yes, Lamour, she's grown so much in the past couple of years, from the first time I saw her audition video to now. Amazing change. She has her own show. I just think she's wonderful. Love her. Challenges I'm excited and or nervous for. Excited for anything on my own. But really, because I'm nervous for team challenges. Honestly, team challenges are notorious, whether you're on RuPaul's Drag Race, TDR, your local drag race, any competition. Team challenges are hard. When this recent drag race I just did, we had 2 team challenges, and in person, it's hard enough to get shit together. And like I said, I've watched TDR so much in the past. I can only imagine whenever your teammates are across the country and in different countries, how difficult it is. So I would be stupid to not be nervous about team challenges. What do I have that the other girls won't? Not going to answer that. I know I look like a bitch, but I'm really not. I believe that we are all going to bring our own strengths to the competition. We're all going to have weaknesses. And it'll be up to you to say who has what and who doesn't have what. 3 people that make up your drag character. Me, myself, and I. And I say that because I don't try and emulate anybody. I don't try to be anybody. I don't model Lexi after anybody. A lot of people, when they get into drag, their whole everything changes. Whether you meet me as Lexi, whether you meet Tyler, myself out of drag, whether you talk to Lexi, whether you talk to Tyler, I don't change my personality. I don't change anything. This is the only difference. So, I'm just real. Just me. And then my tagline. So, just because it all works out appropriately with the ensemble and what I do. At work, before I started getting back into drag at work, whenever people would used to like try me or give me attitude or come for me, I would say it's about to be flu season. And I would say that because when you work in the medical field, when it's flu season, it's a shit show. The patients are all sick, you gotta deal with a whole bunch of shit. So, my catchy tagline would be, where do you want your shot? Because it's about to be flu season.